All right, this is the beginning of video 3. Thanks for coming back. So I have decided that I would like my wrist length to be that long. I'm stopping here. I think that's long enough for me for this pair. And you'll see my design choice, the pearls in there, and this other side too, the pearls in there. So now I'm going to start the increasing for the thumb. So what we're going to do is mitt 1, the thumb is going to grow here. Mitt 2, the thumb is going to grow here, which is why we decided to do the design here and here, and you'll see how that plays out in a few minutes. So the stitches that you're going to need for this are make one right and make one left. We're going to be increasing. So basically we are going to knit and purl in pattern the way that we were making the wrist. So I'm going to continue along with this pattern, and then the increases are going to happen in rows of 3 or groups of 3 rows more specifically. So the thumb increases, the rows is going to be the first row is the increase, and then just 2 rows with no increasing. I hope that makes sense. I'll explain that again at the end. So just knitting this like normal, and then we're going to add the thumb here. So 1 stitch before the end, right here. This is where our increase is going to be. And because we are on the right of the last stitch, or the stitch beside which we're going to increase, I'm going to do a make one right stitch. And this is how we do it. The left needle goes under that bar. You can see that bar there. That bar that is in between every stitch. We're going to go under that bar. Make sure the yarn is in the back. Oh shoot, I've done it wrong. Okay, make one right. We go from the back to the front. Sorry about that. Oh my gosh. Back to the front. And then we're going to knit in this front stitch. I'm going to show you another one of those in a sec. Okay, and then knit the last one. Here we go. We're going to do that again. So this is the little tug on the second stitch. This is the inside of this mitt. And we're going to do the thumb increases at the end. Knit, 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 knit before the last stitch. Okay. Again, make one right. So you can see that little bar there. That's a good shot. We're going to go from behind, grab that with the left needle, and then the right needle, I'm just going to give that a little pull to make some space. The right needle is going to knit it. Okay, just one more time, pull that out. Let's make one right. There we go. Grab that bar from the back. Knit and Yahtzee. Okay, so that's what the first side of the thumb increase row looks like. On this side, now, because the thumb is going to be on this side, we're going to knit 1, and we're going to make a stitch on the left side of that knit. So take the left needle, and we're going to go under this bar here. It's a little fat on the other side, it's hard to see. We're going to grab that bar, And then instead of knitting into the front of this one, we're going to knit into the back of this stitch. Okay, knit. So let's just see that again. Okay, so take our needle, go under that bar, and then we're going to knit into the back of that stitch. Give a little tug still because it's the second stitch. That's it. And then this is the back of this mitt, so we're going to knit in pattern. So for me, that's the knits and the purls. I like to get a little piece of paper and write down my thumb increase rows in groups of 3. So I'll do, you know, little sticks and just keep count. That way I don't always have to knit in rows of 3. I can put my knitting down and have written proof of where I've left off instead of trying to remember. Okay, so increase, increase. And then this first mitt here, this is where we're doing the thumb increases. So we're going to knit 1 stitch, and then because we're making the increase on the left, we're going to do a make 1 left. Okay, so I go under that stitch, and then I'm going to knit into the back of that. Okay, one more time, under that stitch, and then knit into the back, and then give a little tug because it is the second stitch. There you go. And then just knit to the end of the row. So that is the thumb increase row. You are going to increase and then just do 2 regular rows or rounds, pardon me, and then increase again on the 4th round, if that makes sense. The number of times you're going to repeat that is going to depend on your pattern. It's going to depend on the weight of your yarn if you're not following a pattern. So for this weight, I will probably do that 5 times so that I have 5 extra stitches on each side that I can then, with some extra I'm going to pick up, that'll be enough for a thumb. So with worsted, I'd say 5 times. If you're using a fingering or a DK, you're going to want to adjust that for your pattern. So yeah, I'm going to leave you there. That was the increase row. Again, I'm going to do 2 more regular, and then I'm going to do this increase row again. And I'm going to increase 1 stitch before the end, 1 stitch before the end, and then after 1 stitch in, and after 1 stitch in. If you have any questions, you can comment. But yeah, I will meet you back here for video 4 when you have finished increasing for the thumb, I guess, where we will end up here, and then I'll show you how to take the stitches off for the thumb and continue knitting your hand. Okay, awesome. Video 3 done. See you in a bit. Enjoy. Hey, thanks for watching. If you found this content valuable, please help me out and like the video, subscribe to my channel, and share it with everybody. Emails, Facebook, spread it out into the world. Thank you.